I'll tell you what I dislike most about the typical dude bro life coach guru online, especially when he pretends to be helping men out while at the same time putting them down. When they say things like, "Don't be a loser." Wow, thanks, Yoda. Let me write that down. It annoys me how these self-appointed life coaches and gurus take a psychological sledgehammer to an already broken man, but they're purporting to be helping him out. They're most annoying to me when they say they're helping men out by using phrases that make it 10 times worse. I don't like the way many of them pretend to be helping with a tough love shaming tactic. Men who watch and listen to them have already come from a place where they knew they were doormats to women. So poking at that open wound of a man, all it does is lower their confidence while elevating the guru at the same time. The phrase I hate the most is "don't be a bitch" or "don't be a pussy." And why do phrases like "don't be a bitch" and "don't be a pussy" aggravate me so much? It's because it leaves a man with shame and nothing else. And that's exactly where he came from. And look, I'm not discounting the constructive aspects of men competitively hazing each other and pushing each other on. Phrases like, "Come on, soul, one more," when you're at the gym, or "You can't beat me, you pussy," when we're competing and playing sport together. But when you're reading a book, watching a video, any kind of non-face-to-face interactive method, I think, tends to be more harmful than good. And I think it's unhelpful in two major ways. Firstly, when it's just you alone listening to your guru putting you down, it's their voice going through your head. It's not a face-to-face interaction. So their voice is a voice going through your head like your superego. And so if your guru is putting you down and telling you not to be a pussy or not to be a bitch, then it's the equivalent of your superego putting you down. It just makes you feel bad about yourself. It makes you ashamed. It doesn't give you anything constructive moving forward to work with. And the second thing, and the worst aspect of gurus and life coaches putting you down with glib phrases like "don't be a pussy" and "don't be a bitch," is that they're shaming you into being a man. From which position? From the position of simply not being a woman. Yeah. There's a clear light and path to being a man, not being a woman. Thanks very much. It's pathetic enlightenment. It's embarrassingly telling me don't be a dog, when you may have been ashamed for being a dog in the past. What's missing is that there isn't any positive way toward anything. It's cosmetic. Mostly from these dude bro life coaches, it's don't be a bitch, be attractive to women, and make money. It all amounts to be something women find attractive and turn $1 into $1.10. I don't know about you, but I need something more substantial than that. I never like the man up or don't be a bitch approach because it resembles a little boy trying to impress mummy or trying to impress somebody else for a pat on the head. Being validated for doing and being exactly what other people want you to be. These dude bro life coaches are regressing broken men back into boys. They're effectively saying don't be a little girl, and the broken man looking for a way out defensively says, "Okay, I'll show you that I'm a big, strong man." And then he does everything that either a guru or woman or society tells him to be. Never actually giving him advice or pointing him in an introspective direction where he can find answers that alone he can be strong, with others and in the world he can be strong. No, it's be a man in reference to women, what women want, or what women don't find attractive. Again, simply just using women as a negative calibrating factor. Oh, that's a real man? I don't think so. You don't just do the opposite of what a woman is or what women do, and that magically makes you into a positive man. It doesn't take into account what if women are doing everything wrong. If women go left, going right doesn't make you a man. What if sitting still is the answer? What if moving upward is the answer? What if conceptually something completely different to a direction is the answer? Calibrating yourself in reference to women to find meaning as a man, I think is really, really shallow, especially if a man's looking for some kind of depth and clarity in his life, something that he can really hold on to. So no matter who leaves him or what leaves him, I think it's healthier for a man to calibrate himself to the singularity of, regardless of what leaves, he can come to terms with that, not you're only whole in reference to being the opposite of something else. An eagle isn't an eagle simply by trying not to be a mouse. I mean, why do you think Stoicism has stood the test of time and men constantly reference it as a positive calibrating factor in terms of finding answers about how one might be a man or clarify himself in terms of his own masculinity and direction in life? Stoic aphorisms and phrases give positive direction of how one might be a man. It doesn't give you glib sayings of just don't be a woman. And if it does reference women, it tells you how that's useful. It doesn't leave you empty-handed. How to be a man, masculinity, Stoicism, it reaches for something. It doesn't simply let go. Stoicism is a cognitive catapult towards something. It has more of a philosophical praxis than simply don't be a woman. Don't be a bitch is about as constructive as don't be a pig. It makes you stop doing something out of embarrassment but leaves you inert. You don't go anywhere, and you feel shame on top of it. Men who come to philosophy, Stoicism, the manosphere for help, particularly in areas concerning heartbreak in past relationships, not knowing what to do in life, finding some sort of direction, they've come from the place of being shamed of what they are, where they're deficient, how women don't think they're enough, how they need to man up, how what they do is never good enough. Don't be a bitch, don't be a pussy, man up. All those stupid, glib phrases that leave a man nothing but shamed. Now, when your guru and your supposed mentor talks and shames you in the same way as the world and women were prior to coming here, what's the point of coming from a place in the past where you were shamed by what you weren't, how deficient you were? You didn't man up. You needed to stop being a bitch. You needed to stop being a pussy. You needed to be macho. What's the difference from coming to that place and finding that you were tired and sick of that and it was unfair? Now you come to a place where you've got dude bro macho gurus telling you the same thing as the women who were shaming you. I think more mature and civil conversation is needed, and not listening to these high school chads tell you how to be a man. I'd be interested to know your thoughts in the comment section below this video, continuing this line of thought. What do you think? Is it helpful? Is it only helpful in a small dose or at a particular point? It's just something that's been bothering me every time I see it in men online supposedly trying to help other men as life coaches. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon, select all. That really helps YouTube share my videos around properly, and share my videos around on your social media. That helps me out too. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Comment below the video, and if you want to say thank you, you can donate by the links below. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all you guys who have this last month. Oh, and before I go, another live stream Sunday morning, 11 a.m. my time, AEDT time. Join me if you can make it. Bring your questions. Let's have a chat. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.